Hello, Leo, and happy birthday to some of the Leos out there. All right, so welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I'm going to be doing your money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of, July 2025. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it, Leo. All right, you got the King of Pentacles. I like that card kicking us off for July. Ooh, and the Star card. All right, so the King of Pentacles means that you're going to be in a position to invest. All right, but remember, we only invest in the things that we understand and things that make sense for us. Okay, but the King of Pentacles is really strong. That's a great way to start off July. So if you have, if you've been thinking about investing in something, you know, real estate, stocks, a business, a course, whatever, the King of Pentacles is saying, yeah, it's a good time. All right, we also got that Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups, this is telling me there was something where you may have been wronged in some way, and it's still bothering you as we move into July. Now, I understand that because sometimes emotional stuff or things that happen, it can affect us, right? It can make us feel a little bit discouraged, maybe depressed, maybe anxious, all right? But the thing is like this issue is going to be resolved, okay? So do your best to not focus on that because you really need that mental energy to go towards your finances. All right, Leo? Now, I'm getting a powerful manifestation that just came to me with the Star card. A powerful money manifestation is on the way because you've made a decision and you realize that where you are now is not where you want to be, or it's not where you want to end up. You've been making the plans, Leo, and you're going to start seeing some results because the Star card is one of the most positive cards in the deck. And like I said, when this card comes up, this means something you've been manifesting, something that you have been intentionally planning for, preparing for, does show up for you. So this first week of July, Leo, is very powerful for you because, like I said, we got that King of Pentacles and then we've got the Star card. All right, so what else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of July 2025? All right. So, Leo, looks like you are going to, whatever was bothering you here gets resolved, okay? Like I said, you know, there was something that was emotionally heavy here in this first week. Even though you got a strong start as it relates to money the first week of July, something was bothering you, it does get resolved. Either somebody apologizes or you decide to release the situation for whatever it is, and you decide to just move on, right? Or just move forward. Sometimes that's all we can do. We do have the Death card. Oh yeah, here it is. You moving forward and you letting go. Now, the Death card in the reverse means things are changing. Things are definitely shifting for you. And the thing is this is going to be a change that impacts every aspect of your life. And when we're talking about money, you know, money has the potential and the power to do that. So the Death card means that you're going to start seeing changes in every aspect of your life, which will benefit your finances. And then it also works the other way too. Your finances are going to change, and that is going to benefit every aspect of your life. You're working hard, and you've also got some stability here with the Knight of Swords in the reverse. I like seeing this card in the reverse because that's a much more stable, grounded energy. So when we're talking about money, you're doing the right things, Leo. You're definitely doing the right things, you know, working the right work, talking to the right people, taking the right actions, and it will pay off for you. It will pay off because it's going to create financial stability. All right, so like I said, whatever you've been manifesting financially, you're getting it. You're creating it. It is showing up for you. All right, let's see what else shows up for you, Leo, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of July 2025. What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? I'm getting so many cards. Okay, we're going to use these, but let's talk about this first. So the second half of July, you make a big decision. You decide to invest, and it pays off. All right, so when we move into the second half of July, you spend the money on something and it pays off, right? Maybe because you finally get the confirmation that the middle of July is a good time to buy something or invest in something. The Page of Swords is good news about something being stopped or discontinued. Now, this Two of Swords means that you may be procrastinating on making a decision. But the thing is that's not going to hinder your progress from making the money you want to make, because the second half of July is going to be the booming half of the month for you, Leo. All right, second half of July is where things start moving and shaking, and where things really kind of start paying off for you, both literally and figuratively. Now, we also have the Queen of Wands, which means there's going to be some changes in your physical space. A lot of the signs have been getting that this month. I'm wondering if a lot of us are kind of clearing space, either energetically or physically, or are we just kind of shifting things in our environment to kind of set ourselves up for bigger, more success. I talked about the Lover's card. You're going to have a decision. You're going to have a decision to make, and both options are going to be good. Now, as this relates to money, I have a feeling some of you may get 2 job offers. Some of you may have 2 business opportunities or 2 business proposals, and you really want to do them both, but you really can't. That's what I'm getting with this card, which is very exciting, right? Or maybe you have the option to buy 2 things. Both of them are good, but you can only get one. All right, so this is really good. That happens roughly in that 3rd week of July. Now, look at this. Remember when I said a powerful money manifestation is coming? You got that Star card, and you got it twice, the beginning of the month, the end of the month. So, Leo, what have you been manifesting? What have you been creating? Because it's starting to show up. All right? Just make sure you don't block your own blessings. You don't get in your own way. Right? The Queen of Pentacles means we invest, but we don't take any unnecessary risks. But the Four of Swords, this means you're going to have to be taking some massive action. Okay? Okay, Leo? You are going to have to take some massive action. You know, when we get the things we want, remember, there's a layer of responsibility that goes with having something, no matter what it is. A relationship, money, a house, a car, a job, whatever you want, there's always going to be some form of obligation in having that thing. And so when I look at this Four of Swords in the reverse, this is telling me to tell you, Leo, understand that that's going to be the trade-off, right? I know we've all heard there's no such thing as a free lunch or a free ride. And I'm not saying that that's what you're expecting, Leo, but what I am saying is, remember, when we want something, there's always an obligation to owning it, or, when you own it, right? Like I said, with the car, with the house, yes, we get our dream house, but we still have expenses and maintenance and all the things that go along with it. But I do like that Page of Pentacles. That's some unexpected news as it relates to money. All right, don't think that it's negative. It just means something is a surprise. All right, something is a surprise at the end of the month. Now, a lot of times when I see that card in a money reading, sometimes it's unexpected money that shows up. Sometimes it's, somebody decides to treat you out of the blue and you weren't expecting that. Usually it's something like that. All right, so pay attention to what's going on as it relates to your money towards the end of the month, because I do believe there is going to be a surprise, an unexpected surprise. What else? Oh, that's Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, Leo. That means that you have to make a choice. Now, I've kind of been getting that's kind of the vibe for your finances for the entire month. Like, you have to make a choice, but you're not quite sure what you want to do, but you have a lot of options, and a lot of the options are juicy and thrilling and exciting. All right, and this also means that not every option is going to resonate, so don't be afraid to say no. Sometimes that's the test, right? It's what are we going to agree to, what are we going to say yes to, and what are we going to say no to, or what are we going to eliminate. So don't be afraid to say no to something, especially if it's not resonating. All right, so Leo, like I said, your money manifestation is definitely showing up, but remember, there's always an obligation or a responsibility to getting the things you want. And a lot of decisions, like I said at the beginning of your reading, a lot of decisions you're going to be making as it relates to money in the month of July. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Star Seed Oracle card. Oh, this is sweet. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Yes. Always make sure you fill your cup first before pouring into other people. This is a great reminder, not only for the month of July, but I think always. All right, so that is your reading, Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.